It's another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Golficity. We're going to be talking about the second dramatic finish in 2 weeks out in Hawaii at the Sony Open, the DFS picks for the American Express, and as always, we have a part 3 about the best golf infomercial products throughout the years. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're all back in school, well, except for Greg. He's out there playing at PGA National. If anybody is like interrupting the podcast, it's because Jeek is like sitting on the 18th green, basically, just off of it.
Yeah, I'll give you the full 360 view.
Yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, you can see where he is. If not, there's palm trees behind him. It's probably 70 degrees.
Yeah, just about. A little windy.
Yeah. So, I mean, me and Trevor are not so lucky. We had our first day of class today. So.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Although I only had one at 2:15, which was pretty nice. But, yeah. So Jeek's been playing the Palmer course, some other course, and you're playing the Champions course tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we have the first tee time on the Champions course.
What time is that tee time?
Like 7 or something.
Oh my god!
And apparently
so
we didn't get paired off, so it's just me and my dad and a caddy. So we're gonna make some content.
Oh,
that'll be fun though.
You think?
You walk?
Are you gonna tell?
Jeek versus the bear trap, maybe?
Maybe not all 3, but maybe 1 or something. Maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you guys.
There's 2 par 3s.
Are you walking the course?
No, I think we're taking a cart and just like a 4 caddy. Well, since there's only 2 of us, so 2 caddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never realized it was called a 4 caddy. I thought it was FORE caddy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is. But like
FORE caddy.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't okay.
Yeah,
right.
So you're right.
FOUR caddy would make sense too.
I guess it does. But I guess like if they know where the ball is going, so you don't have to do a 4. I guess.
It's a dual.
Maybe you do have to do a 4.
Dual meaning.
Mm-hmm. It does. It's dual meaning.
But anyway, yeah, we'll get Jeek versus the bear trap. What is it? 2 par 3s and a par 4?
Yes, it is. It's a short par 4 too. Like I don't even think I'm gonna hit driver.
So, how many over par? What's your prediction?
You play from the tips?
I'll probably play from the blues, or I think they might be gold. I don't know. There's one in front of the tips that I'll probably play.
Oh, so you should play maybe we should play like the par 3 from the tips. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll see how far. I mean, when we get there.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for how many over par through 3?
Honestly, I haven't been playing that well while I've been here this week, so.
What'd you shoot today?
99.
Okay. The Palmer course is a nice course.
It is. It's nice and it's challenging, but like I still wasn't hitting. Like I still had shanks where like in the middle of the summer I don't really have that. So.
That's just winter golf. I mean, like, I played it's in Syracuse this Saturday morning, and we get there on the first hole. It's a 65 degree day, but right when we get there, the wind starts howling, and I'm like, oh no, it's about to storm. We tee off.
It's really windy here.
Pouring. It just starts pouring, and me and my friend are we're literally. I sent you. There's a video on the Instagram story. I sent you guys Snapchats. It was like we were part of the freaking apocalypse out there. Like it was terrible. But we were like, all right, we'll finish the first hole, and then right when we finished, it was just like fine. But wind is low key like one of the more hard things to play in golf. I'd rather play in rain.
Low
I think.
key.
It's been really windy here. Like when I've been playing.
If it's like imagine like Scotland, like you're hitting like some of those holes, like there's wind like all the time, or like with like if you're on like the water, like my dad played the ocean course at Kiowa a couple years ago, and he said like the wind was like 20 miles per hour at least all the time. It was impossible to play.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like here's the thing though.
Play.
I guess maybe sometimes it's actually pretty windy at your country club, but for the most part, wherever I'm playing golf, besides like the really nice courses I've played like on the water or something like that, but that's pretty limited. like I don't deal with wind all that much. So maybe more to the average golfer, it's a little bit more low key. But I agree, maybe it's not that like under the radar hard. Like yes, it's clearly very hard to hit in wind.
Especially with your shot of if you're going into the wind, that shot's just gonna balloon even. It would go so high up in the air.
Oh yeah, I tried a flop shot just to like I don't know. We were just messing around on 18, and I hit it with my friend's 60-degree wedge so high, and it just like you could see the ball swirling around up there. It was so weird. But yeah, so speaking of bad weather, this weekend at the Sony Open. Weatherman Jeek, I'm pretty sure you said it was supposed to be pretty good.
I mean, it was supposed to be partly cloudy and not as windy as the week before, and it was like almost just as windy. So,
I mean,
saying like one day was rainy, it looked like too.
Sunday, the last day of the tournament was awful conditions. There was standing water that they had to squeegee off like every once in a while on 18, as they were like coming down the stretch.
Squeegee, it's a funny word.
But yeah. Brandon Steele was the 54-hole leader, and even through whatever 54 plus 16 is, I'm not a math guy. Then he bogeyed 17 and 18, or no? Did he par 18?
Was 18 was a hole? 18. Well, 18 was a hole where he had to wait. Remember?
Yeah, and he hit it like way left, didn't he?
He went like over the hospitality tent.
Yeah, way left.
But 18 was an easy birdie hole. Like Cameron Smith pretty easily like birdied 18. Like he had a what was that, like a 7-foot-ish putt? Would you say?
To tie, give or take, yeah.
To tie it, yeah. But Brandon Steele had to wait for 15 minutes while they were looking for Ryan Palmer's 3-wood out of the fairway bunker that just like hit the stanchion of the broadcast booth and went like 50 yards into the neighborhood.
That thing flew.
Yeah. They showed a replay of it, and it
looked like it hit like a trampoline.
Yeah, no, it was just like, oh, they're not finding that. So they used whatever the 3 minutes it was to find the ball, and they didn't find it. So this all just added up to Brandon Steele having to wait for 15 minutes before he could hit his approach shot.
The fact that he hit that shot and it went that far, and like nobody told him to hit provisional, or like he didn't hit provisional, was like that's kind of ridiculous. If he's like took that long to hit that shot in the final hole, because like if you hit provisional, you can go find your other ball. Like it would have been fine, but
no, it was out of the fairway bunker though.
No, yeah, you can still hit provisional from there.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you think you lost you can't find the ball, you can still hit provisional.
These are things I just simply I don't know. I didn't know that, but yeah, so Brandon
shouldn't have taken that long. But yeah, anyway.
Walks up to his ball after 15, 16 minutes and just duck hooks it, just hooks it left. And it ended up not being actually that bad. I think if the green wasn't just purely like wet and it stopped, his approach shot wasn't that far off. But Cameron Steele ended up birdieing it, and then Steele choked in the playoff too.
I mean, also Ryan Palmer is just so unapologetic about the whole situation.
I saw that.
He saw it. He said he's
doing that next week too.
Yeah, he's like he just made a really aggressive play, and he's like, well, I didn't hit their shot, so I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, about making them wait? Oh yeah.
Yeah, about making them wait.
No, I wouldn't worry about that.
There's nothing really bad about it. I guess he could have said I wish I wish I could have he wishes he could have found the ball, and it would have been quicker to find it if he did find it. But
I don't think you should feel awful for that.
No, you shouldn't be apologizing to them. That wasn't the reason Brandon still hit a bad shot, because he hit a bad shot, but waiting 15 minutes was not the reason he hit the bad shot.
It's not like Ryan Palmer was out here at 2 under, +5 on the day. It didn't matter. He was playing to win the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So he was at 10 under going into that hole. He made I think the second or the third bogey of the whole entire tournament on that hole.
Really?
Yeah, nobody bogeyed that hole. But yeah, I mean, good for Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith
Australia.
And Wade Ormsby. He won in Hong Kong. Both Aussies. just good for Australia. He was kind of emotional after the round, talking about it.
Yeah,
Just
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one it's one like you said, like it's one of the things that like Australia really needs this right now, and I mean I think that was really cool saying that there.
Yeah, and obviously like them, they also had something where he was donated $500 for birdies, $100 or no, not 500, 5,000 maybe, or 500 for birdies and 1,000 for eagles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And all the Australians were doing it. Mark Leishman, maybe even the guys
That's
over
really
in
cool.
Hong Kong. So yeah, obviously it can't. They can do everything they can there. Another just storyline from the week was like Patrick Reed, Matt Kuchar, like the stars just didn't really show up like that.
Thomas.
Like, Justin Thomas got cut.
The fact that Justin Thomas got cut after literally he like shot 59th tournament a couple years ago, like that's that's insanely surprising.
He was
like
he
you
was,
you could never have thought that he'd be cut.
In his interview after like the Century, like he admittedly said like he was like relieved that was over. Like he's so tired from like President's Cup, going to Hawaii.
That makes sense. Yeah,
that's basically a
like
vacation. But
there's like jet lag. There's jet
Yeah.
lag, and even that playoff at Century, that's taxing. That like
yeah,
play 3
Stress.
holes like that, like the amount of stress after hitting those shots he did on like 18, like the good and the bad. It's like your mind's gotta be like fried after that.
Yeah.
And it showed.
Yeah, and all the
and
traveling.
quick turnaround. Like you probably had to play
Patrick Reed's the same way, I'm sure.
Yeah, I didn't really take that into account. I thought he'd like bounce back more. Maybe he'd want it more, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that's about it from the Sony Open. Just storyline that for some reason people were kind of mad about. Like a couple people. The video of Tiger and his son Charlie on the range. And his son Charlie's only 10 years old, but he's got the golf swing of the goat.
Of a god.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, that swing. And everyone's tweeting like, oh, he's gonna win 100 majors. Like he's already better than like everyone else like in the world besides like the PGA Tour players. Like
Oh my god.
He shot even
Not
par
really.
one day.
even par.
I mean, he shot even par in one of the rounds. I think he shot 41-36.
That's insane though. 10 years old and he's doing that.
But for the media members who are like, oh, this is like disgusting that we're already not letting Charlie like live his life as like a 10-year-old. No. I'm like, oh my god, like
he's living his life.
Let people enjoy things. Let people enjoy things. Like it's fun. It's fun to watch Charlie Woods like hit like a singular driving range shot.
Yeah. And if people are mad about like not letting him like live his life, like his dad's like literally caddying for him in this tournament. How many people do you think went up to his dad on the range and like talked to him, or like on the course?
I don't know if I would.
I mean, that's gotta be so distracting if you're one of those other kids.
Oh no, of course. Like imagine your son's paired with Tiger Woods' son, and like you're caddying like with like that's like how intense do you think Tiger Woods is during those tournaments?
Oh, very, very.
Do you think he has like the Death Star going the whole time? If Charlie if he hits a bad shot?
I think Charlie will hit like a 120-yard approach shot into the green, and like it'll be nice, and Tiger will be walking it down, tracking it instead of Charlie.
Yeah, that's so funny. And that's like it's even funnier. Like I can't imagine like Tiger like caddying like carrying a golf bag or something like that. I can't imagine him going over and like picking up like a divot of Charlie's and like putting it back in place.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I was
True.
I'm like the fact that it shows how far he's come. That was like, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to like play with my kids, and now he's caddying.
He's caddying. Yeah, he's carrying the bag. I think that's so cool. Like imagine like your kid's playing a golf tournament like that, and you see Tiger Woods like on the range next to you. Like that's insane.
Yeah. And then just some more Tiger news. He's playing in Torrey Pines this next week officially after this week's American Express.
I'll say it's not a surprise really at all.
That's one of his courses.
I think I called that a couple weeks
course.
ago. I was like, oh, he'll play at Torrey Pines for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. When we were predicting it. But yeah, so that'll be fun to see Tiger back out there.
Mhm.
I don't know if he'll win, but like I don't know, he's been playing pretty damn good.
Usually Torrey Pines is like a good field too. Like I'm sure like Jason Day always plays in that, like Rose, DJ, like all the big names usually play in that tournament.
Just
It's also
speaking
an awesome course.
I want to touch on this quick, because speaking of DJ and how he's like using like that, that 3 hybrid sim max or whatever.
Hmm.
Rory is also using it and he said today, and I saw a quote that said, it's like hitting an easier 3-iron that like feels like you're hitting a 7-iron.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, wow, I might need to invest.
Wow, yeah.
Just to say, like,
that sounds really nice.
Titleist is here this week, like at PGA National, like doing like a demo thing or whatever, or like not a demo thing, but like they have like meetings and stuff. And like
Right.
I looked into like the little room, like there might have been stuff in there I wasn't supposed to see. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
like
I'm
next
not
year's
joking.
model or something like that.
Yeah, those 3 hybrids. If Rory and DJ, who are not like hybrid users,
guys. Yeah.
are like raving about them and saying how good they are, and how like that it feels like you're hitting as easy as hitting a 7-iron. Might need to invest.
I mean, granted, they're also TaylorMade guys, and there's a chance they could be saying that just to like promote it more, because like.
But I don't know if they would, because last year.
At the same time, they're using the clubs, so you would think they're only going to use those clubs if they're going to actually play with them in a tournament. And
Well, I have the Callaway like Epic 3 hybrid, and I really like it so far. So I don't know. Hybrids just might be a thing that's coming in now. Like players didn't really need them in the past, but now you could take a hybrid and hit it over 250 yards, and like without much error. And it kind of like causes for players to maybe put them in the bag.
I feel like there's a big trend. It went from like people hit a lot of hybrids, and then like pros went to like longer irons, like 2 irons, like driving irons, kind of like that. And now like maybe we're going back to the hybrid kind of phase where people are hitting like insane hybrids that just go for forever but feel like nothing.
Well, the thing
I
is,
mean,
like,
DJ
see,
had to cut down on his.
I'm like a 15 to 19 handicap, right? And I'm hitting my 3. I mean, I hit the ball pretty far, but I'm hitting my 3 hybrid 250 yards. Like, how far are the pros going to hit him?
Is that before or after you chunk it and the ball goes 3 inches?
No, like actually though, I'm just saying, like when I do get a hold of it, I hit it very far, and I'm like, if DJ takes a hybrid, is he going to hit his hybrid 275 yards? Like,
no, he cut down on his, and he's using a different one that only goes like 255 or something like that.
What's like a higher loft or something like that?
It's like a higher loft or something like that. Yeah,
makes sense though. Yeah, because he said it was going. He said it was going like too far. Like it was going as far as like his 3-wood or something like that. So he needed to like cut it down a little bit.
Yeah. And then we have some sad news coming out of the golf world. Pete Dye passed away, and he's designed some of the courses that we've actually recently played. We played Harbor Town. I mean, he designed Sawgrass. Not that we've played there, but he also. Oh, you have played there.
Yeah.
He designed Pound Ridge in New York, which we played this summer and got torn apart by.
Absolutely torn up.
The ocean course at Kiowa, which Trevor mentioned earlier that his dad played there, and Whistling Straits, where the next Ryder Cup is. So
yeah, he's
he's legendary.
Yeah, pretty big name in the.
And that just starts the list. Like there's so many
hundreds of courses that he's designed, private and public, across like the country and across the just like China, Curacao, Italy, and Honduras, Israel, like all over the place.
Yeah, so that's just kind of sad, but
yeah,
it's kind of cool that he has all these places that still, like you can remember him by, like just absolutely insane golf courses.
Imagine being legendary for designing golf courses. Like that's really
designing golf
cool
courses
thing.
must be so hard.
I feel like it'd be kind of cool though. You can like kind of like do like whatever you want with it, like make it like your own like your own like little holes and like have some fun with it.
Yeah, I'm assuming
corner.
Pete Dye, like he's like the brains, and then of the like the bridge, like he has it all. Like but he definitely needed some help from some like engineers or architects or something.
Yeah,
obviously,
of course.
Like
of course, but like as far as like, where,
I'm saying like if I was
where like bunkers go, or like based off where the tee boxes are, like the green complex, like that, like him being able to design like places like Sawgrass and like the Ocean Course and Whistling Straits is pretty impressive.
Hopefully we'll go back out to like Harbor Town or play Pound Ridge this summer, maybe once or twice. Maybe actually we're thinking about going to Sawgrass for the players, possibly.
Yeah, that would be fun.
But we'll have to talk more about that down the line. So moving on to this week, we got the American Express. Hosted by Phil Mickelson. I'll turn over the course preview to our course preview correspondent, Gregory Catalano.
All right, so we have the American Express this week. It's in La Quinta, and it's going to be played at 3 different courses, which actually makes it very hard for us to pick winners and stuff like that. The first course I'll mention is La Quinta Country Club. It's probably mentioned as the easiest of the 3 courses. If you remember last year, Phil Mickelson shot a 60 there. A couple years ago, Adam Hadwin actually had a 59. It's a par 72. It's short. It has generous fairways and large greens, so I think everybody's going to tear that course up. Moving on, they go to PGA West Tournament course, which is a Jack Nicklaus design. Has wide fairways and small greens, so approach shots will probably be important for this week on that course. And then they finish. They play another round at the stadium course, and then they also play the final round at the stadium course. And it's a Pete Dye design, as we were just talking about. It has well-protected greens, deep bunkers, and water is in play on 9 holes, which is a lot of holes for water to be in play at.
How much are they usually? How much usually?
Really don't know, but at 6
I think really,
probably.
What, like water? Like how much water is in the course?
But like
usually
in play though, like water in play, because there's a lot of water on courses that aren't really in play.
It just like varies, like probably like per course. Like, but like the course Greg's at right now is like pretty decent good amount. But like my course back home like has no water on it, and it's like a perfectly fine course. Like some of the courses
does it have any
water. No, none.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No water.
I don't know if I've ever. Yeah, I've never really noticed that, but now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, there's literally no water. Yeah, Silver Mine has water, but like
not a ton.
Like Honda Classic, like there's like the last like 4 holes. I'm pretty sure like all of like water like
the bear trap.
Play. Yeah, bear trap. Exactly.
Yeah. So the weather this week is supposed to be 60s, like high 60s and sunny / partly cloudy. Even though it's in the desert, there's gonna be a little wind. They said like 4 to 8 miles per hour. Also, should mention that Phil Mickelson is the tournament host this year, for the first time, and he usually plays well here. So,
and he's been the ambassador in the past, so I don't think a ton has changed. But
just the official name of him being the host. Phil actually did play here, did play pretty well here last year. Adam Hadwin also had the lead for a while. He's also a bit of a course horse. But in the end, Adam Long actually took the win, and if you remember, he hit a really nice approach shot on the 72nd hole, kind of like ice in his veins from like about 160 yards to win that tournament. So
this week, the DFS, if you're looking to bump your like average DFS score up, which I'm sure nobody is, but it's gonna go up because like everybody, like the winning score was 26 under last year, or 27, like so.
Yeah, 27 under.
27 under, yeah.
They will if the conditions are fine.
There's gonna be
they'll tear it up, and there's gonna be a lot of scoring on like La Quinta Country Club, like I said. So, birdies could be flying this week.
Yeah, I mean Adam Hadwin, what'd you say he had 59 last year?
Yeah, a couple years ago. And
a
couple years ago. Last year.
A couple years ago. Yeah. So I think I'll go first with the DFS picks this week. I want to preface it with, I'm pretty sure none of us have Ricky Fowler, but I do think it's possible. Like well, it's always possible. I mean, he's a pretty heavy favorite, but like
everywhere.
I think I was gonna say I think he's gonna play well this week. I don't know if he's worth the 11,500. I think it is to take him. You'd really have to have some guys like under the radar that you think are gonna or know are going to do well. But my first pick, I think Phil has pretty good value. 8,700, considering he was T2 last year, shot 26 under. Does really well. La Quinta does really well at all these courses. So I think just based off the history, based off of maybe that video he had recently of him hitting some bombs, I think Phil's like a pretty good pick
with the new driver and everything. Yeah, those videos are always so funny, like him just hitting bombs, or like him talking about like, oh, today I'm gonna set the thumbs up course record. I'm practicing my thumbs up.
Thumb activation.
Thumb activation
right now.
If you remember
the course, so funny.
Well, if you guys remember at the practice round for the PGA last year,
yeah.
There was one hole he was at, and he just kept like hooking his drive, and he did it like 5 in a row, and then he finally hit one and like said something funny, and everybody started laughing. So that's just
I think it was hole 10, which is like a tough hole.
Shout out to me for making Phil Mickelson and Rory laugh.
And
a bunch of people in the crowd. Yeah, I was talking about Phil's calves, but honestly, before people were talking about his calves.
This is was earlier,
right when it was heating up.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the whole calf
that was awesome.
Up. You had to be kind of like in the loop to know that his calves were nice. It's just known fact, but made him and Roy laugh. But yeah, so other than the fact that he has nice calves, that's not the reason I'm picking him. I think he's actually going to do really well this week. At the very least, I think a top 10 bet would actually be pretty good this week, depending on the value.
I'll go next with mine. I'll do kind of like a high salary pick, but I'll go Sung J M at 11,000, which again is like Ricky's the favorite, but he's second. But it's one of those courses where you're gonna make it. People are gonna make tons of birdies. Like they're gonna finish 27 under, 25 under in that range, which bodes well for Sung J M because he played in Corn Ferry Rookie of the Year last year, and all those courses you make tons of birdies, and he's a birdie guy. He's top 10 in the field in birdies or better in the last 24 rounds he's played. And he finished T12 here last year. So, and based off his confidence from the President's Cup and everything like that, and just last year in general, I think he plays like he could finish like top 5 or win this tournament easily.
I mean, last week he was like primed for a top 10 like literally the whole entire time.
He played well last week too.
He triple bogeyed like the 15th, 16th hole or something like that. Like he was in a bunker line 2 on a par 4 and he ended up making a 7, like a green side bunker.
I will say bold prediction. I think Sung J M shoots a 61 or better this week
at La Quinta.
At La Quinta.
That's fair.
That's my prediction right there.
Yeah.
So
I'll agree.
As both my picks got cut last week, we're taking a different approach this week, and we're no longer doing the course horse thing. So I'm going to go with my first pick. I'm going to go with Scotty Scheffler at 9,600. He's made 7 of 7 cuts this year in all events he's played. He has 3 top 10s, and he's pretty capable of going low and getting hot. He's one of those types of golfers. 15th in stroke gained off the tee and 5th in birdie average, which I think is very important for this week because like birdies are going to be flying. So if he just gets hot, I think he could have a really good week and go low.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I've seen him. I think a tournament in the fall I picked him, and he did really well. So he's been doing well. Since the fall.
I guess we'll snake this and I'll go again. All right, so my second pick is going to be Matthew Wolff at 9,000. I mean, he hasn't played a whole lot this year, but he has made all of his cuts, and he's top 25 in all the events he's played this year. 5th in strokes gained off the tee, which is very important for this week. And I think he's just another guy that's capable of getting hot at the right time and can make a lot of birdies like in a row. So I think he's primed to have another good week, and just in general, I think he's going to have a very good year.
Well, I mean, I think, I agree. Matthew, and also, I think it's just like a kind of side fact. Like, when you're playing college golf as much, like, I mean, he played for Oklahoma State, like one of the best programs in the country, if not the best. And, like, you play in Arizona, you play in, like, all these places, like destination places a lot. So I bet he's pretty used to desert golf.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's from California too, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
he's definitely used to this. All right, so I'll go with my next pick and complete opposite of Sung J M. I'll go Bronson Burgoon at 6,800. He's top 15 on tour in birdie average, top 10 in the field in putts per round. He doesn't not a long course. He doesn't have a ton of length, but doesn't really need it this week. And he has a really good iron accuracy. And he's made 5 out of 7 cuts this year. So I think 6,800. Like, why not in a tournament like this where they're playing 3 courses? Why not take a shot at someone like him or in that range? I think Bronson.
I was gonna say in a tournament like this, like as I was saying with like Rick, if you were to pick Ricky Fowler, like Bronson Burgoon, that's a guy you might want to take.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why I thought, like, with some high salary, Bronson Burgoon is low salary to match it.
Yeah, I mean, besides like following our picks, obviously, I think one of the good things you can do is just like find hidden gems like this. So if you just look at stats.
Right. I mean, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, it literally is what we do. We literally we find the stats that are relevant to the course, and like that's what we base our picks off of pretty much. So, and
it's been working out.
Yeah, I'll say if you like,
not for me.
Not every pick works out, but like Greg had a pretty rough week last week. But usually it happens. But usually we have some people are doing really well for us.
I think last week. I mean, I had Kisner T4 and Sung JM T21, but that was Sung JM should have been top 10. I think the week before I had Morikawa, who was, what was he? He was
he's in the top 10.
I don't remember what he had a top 10.
Top 10, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say we have a pretty good track record so far. And obviously, if you're taking our picks, while also taking some other things into account, maybe the Golficity premium picks, if you're paying for that, you should be making some money. Who's next?
Yeah, definitely. You are,
me?
Actually.
Harold Varner III is going to be my next pick. He's at 7,000. He's just a really consistent ball striker. He's got a good short game. 7,000 obviously is not a lot of salary to be dishing out. He's 8th in strokes gained putting. So I think he's another guy that can get really hot. I mean, last year I think shot 16 under in this tournament. He was I think T18. So he's just another guy low salary, can get hot with putter, can get hot just on a course like this, or courses like this, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got the par 3 of the greatest infomercials throughout the past however many years. I think this one's going to be pretty good. I mean, we've all watched Golf Channel and seen. Well, we'll get into what the specific ones, but just these infomercials for ridiculous golf items that promise to help your game. But I mean, we'll get into how ridiculous that is. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
Go for it, G. Go for it.
All right. Just because of the things that we see on TV all the time, the square strike chipper or putter, or I think it's a chipper. They claim that you could
a little more advanced than a chipper.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a really big head.
Wedge.
They claim that you just take a putting stroke and it hits a perfect chip shot right onto the green.
Every single time.
Yeah. Which is.
And if you watch the golf channel frequently like we do, it's every other commercial.
There's no way that this thing isn't I mean, I've never seen one in person, but is it USGA approved?
I doubt it. I feel all of these things are not approved.
There's no chance that you can play with this on tour in tournaments. There's 0% chance.
I was gonna say because this thing's just in general. If you have a square strike out on the course, you are just an absolute scrub. No offense to anybody. Well, yeah, to anybody who uses a square strike. Yeah.
Maybe you just have maybe you're a sick golfer and you just can't chip and you just have a square strike.
I mean, Frankie Borelli should probably get a square strike.
He probably should invest in something like that so he can't hit it thin anymore.
He has just zero rhythm with the wedge. It's hilarious.
Frankie Bar knives.
So I'll go next. This one is honestly a new one. We have the S7K putter, which is like you put your club down, like the face of the putter down, and when you let go, it stays up, so you can like go behind it and line up, make sure your putt's like exactly lined up how you want it to be, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know how it works.
It's kind of nuts. Like, you literally just stands there by itself, and you like back off of your putt, and you look at it, and you can see if it's totally lined up or not.
That means that putter's gotta be so heavy, like so heavy.
Like the actual, like the head of the club must be like not 40 pounds, but you know what I'm saying. Like that, the grip must weigh nothing, and the shaft.
It's just probably like an awkward, like weird angle to like set up as too. Like if you're staying over the ball, like I don't know how the putter would like stand up like that. But it's just.
But you already know
or
that.
Maybe it's like weighed at the bottom. I don't know, but. Yeah, that's a funny one where it's like the zero handicap is using it too, which is I find hard to believe. But
I'm getting eaten alive right now. Sorry, just hot take. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs.
But you already know that like so many, like, let's call it like 65 to like and up people got this for Christmas, and they're just waiting for the day that they can go out in their foursome and just like bust out their party trick of the putter staying upwards.
Oh my god! I wonder how that thing actually putts.
All these to actually like improve your game by like bunch of shots or something like that. Something crazy that they say.
Just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'll go next. My first one's kind of a little bit an older one, but I'll go with the controller. And the premise is it's an iron that is as long as a driver, but even more accurate. It's guaranteed to shave 6 to 8 shots off your score.
Guaranteed. Did you hear that? Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. And one of the lines from the commercial is, it's scientifically designed to automatically correct hooks and slices. So come with me. Let's play some golf. And it's
Jesus.
And it's just how I don't know how an iron could possibly even do that, but that's just like I love like that line is I think is so funny. It's scientifically designed to automatically correct hooks and slices.
Where did that scientist have a degree from? Maybe they had a high school diploma.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
If you're guaranteed that
to automatically correct the hooks and slices, like literally like
it's just like simply weight distribution.
It's not even like possible like to have.
I'm not a science guy, but I know that drivers have a lot more weight going against the ball than an iron.
Yeah, exactly.
No scientist.
So either that's a really fucking heavy driver or iron, or it's just, I mean, it's not even close to like what it says. But I just thought that was hilarious. Yeah. And then I have one more, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with it's another one, but another older one, but the Spin Doctor. Spin Doctor Wedge, is that what it was? Yeah, and it's the funniest thing is it takes 250 to 400% more backswing on your wedge shots. Like
which is
that absurd. That doesn't even make sense.
What's your ball gonna like spin back to you? Like
I would say it's gonna spin off the green all the way back to you in the fairway.
I wonder what the science behind this stuff is.
I know, yeah. I think it has to be like the grooves or something like that.
We need to get a golf infomercial scientist on the pod.
I think we should just get demos of all these things and like test them. Like, just make an entire bag of them and just test them out.
We should get sponsored by S7K.
What if we just had
reach out to him.
What if we just had a bag full of all these things? Like we just put them all in a bag, and that's our golf bag. Yeah.
That would be sick.
Honestly, I think it'd be even funnier if we try them out and we actually like some of them and we keep them in our own bag. Like imagine using like a wedge like that and you actually like it.
That would be
let's keep going. Yeah. There's more.
Yeah. So
there's so many more.
Yeah, it's you.
Or no, it's Eugene.
No, it's you.
No, it's you, Pat.
Oh no, you start
first.
Okay.
Snake draft.
We always mess up the snake draft. Let's go with I'm gonna go with the GX7 driver, which this one's also been on the Golf Channel recently. Get this, it's impossible.
Impossible.
No, you're not just gonna improve. It's gonna be impossible to miss the fairway.
Yeah, I don't know what the science behind this club is, but they say that you literally hit the ball straight with it every time, and I don't understand.
I don't buy it. What if I hit the ground first and just like don't hit the ball? I mean, I don't think I'm hitting the fairway.
I don't think you're gonna hit the fairway either.
What if I give it to
have-
my 4-year-old child? I don't think they can just hit
it's
fairway with like a 200-yard carry.
But it's impossible not to hit the fairway.
All right, is it my turn again? All right, so I'll go with another
This
one
is gonna
that's
be the last
seen.
one.
Is the last one? Okay,
Yeah.
another one that's seen on the Golf Channel all the time is the T-less driver. Have you seen that? It's like a red driver, and literally they're like, "Oh, you don't need a tee with this driver, and you hit it straighter and further every time, and yeah, you're more consistent, and you don't need a tee."
So if you don't need a tee, can you also just go driver off the deck if you hit the fairway, which is
every time.
maybe impossible to miss?
Which I think that's the point of it. Just like it's like you're basically replaces a 3-wood. Like you don't like.
Yeah, but
I
as a
feel
driver,
like if you had that club, it's basically just a 3-wood. You can have.
they say you're gonna get. They say you're gonna get more distance too, and which
I just
while
don't
hitting
believe.
it straight. The funny part about these commercials is when you watch them, some of them have guys that are just like way too good at golf to be using these like types of clubs.
Oh
like
yeah.
the demo
They're
guys.
They're just getting paid so much money. Not
Yeah.
so much money, but they're getting paid some money to do it, and they're just obviously going to do it if you offer them money. I'll line up a 10-footer with a 7K putter if
Mhm.
it takes a couple dollars.
Yes. Yes. Your handicap. Say how many strokes it improved your game by after playing like 2 rounds or something like that, and then you're good to go.
But what a challenge that would be if we get a bag of all these items and go out on a golf course and see what we
That'd
shoot.
be amazing.
It honestly costs. I mean, I don't know what the budget on that would be.
Yeah,
Maybe we
maybe
can get it
maybe
sponsored.
sometime in the future.
Frank and Mike.
Hey, maybe Frank and Mike. Honestly, we don't have to do it necessarily. Frank and Mike, if you're listening to this, you guys could do this as well.
The
I mean, I think it'd be a
infographic
pretty
bag or
I'll say this would be a
commercial bag.
Great video idea.
You lose a ball somehow with your with your GX7 impossible to miss fairway driver, and you put on the blue glasses that help you
yeah,
find
the blue glasses
And
help
then-
you find it. And let's see, what else is there? Anything else?
There's
that you
one
wanna
more
mention?
that's like worth the
The
alien
alien
wedge.
wedge. The alien wedge.
All-time quote. This is an old one. It goes. The quote is right off the bat in the intro. It goes, "Do you believe in aliens? No. Well, you can believe in the alien shot saver wedge." I don't even know what this thing is supposed to say.
What is it? What does it do? We have no
It's
clue.
just a wedge that's
It's an alien wedge. It's out of this world. That's what it is.
Oh wait, you know what it is? You can use it out of the sand, but also as like a long iron. Like it's a sand wedge, but also a long iron, which doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense at all.
that makes 0 sense.
We'll
That-
put it in the
that-
bag.
that
We'll put it. We'll put it in the bag.
I mean, so before we wrap up here, I'll say this to the listeners: if you have any of these clubs, send us a picture on Instagram or Twitter. We'll repost it, and we'll probably honestly make fun of you. So
And tell us if they work or not, or if they're myths.
I really want to see people use these clubs. So if you have videos or any of these clubs, please send them to us, or please send us videos of it.
if it is truly knocking 6 to 8 strokes off your game, so be it.
It's worth it.
I'm not gonna judge you. I guess I probably will, but like, joke's on me. You're beating me in a match probably. So yeah, follow us as always on social media, Twitter, Instagram. We're on TikTok now. YouTube, at the Pin High Podcast on YouTube. I think the TikTok's the Pin High Pod now as well. We've gained a lot of followers on Instagram recently. I think we're at like 340 now. So only up from here. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. And that'll be a week that Tiger's playing. So see you then.
See you.